Didn't get to sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning. 5.5 hours, because I was up at half 9. So yes, feeling a bit. It might get all a bit surreal, because it usually does when I've not slept great. So today we're going to make these two, but I'll show you where they started from. I'll show you these two in a minute. But these, so this long one, yeah, is this one, and this square one is this one. These are the prototypes, and then these are some other things that we're going to do potentially in upcoming videos. So not necessarily sequentially, so it might not be the next video that I do, but we will do them at some point. Okay. And the reason for it not being, if I regiment myself too much, I get bored with what I'm doing. So you need to have a very open, crafty experience. So let's have a look at this one first. Okay, so this is the longer one of the two, and this opens like this. So what you can do potentially, so this is turning a small journaling card. You could imagine this being stuck into a journal and somebody just opening it up, and they've got nice journaling space to write on there, because you can flatten it out, write on it, and tuck it all away. Okay, so there's that one, and they've just got a band round them. I'm not calling them that word that I don't like. How's my cake?
I've just done it out. I put it back in for 2 minutes. Now I've taken it out.
My cake's out. I can stop panicking. And then this is the square one of the two. Okay, and this opens like this. Okay, so this one is called a Turkish fold, and this one is called a Hungarian fold, and they're the two that we're going to concentrate on today. But I'm going to show you the other ones as well. So that's that, and that's that, but we'll come to those in a second. Okay, so this one has a Japanese name, and if you want me to tell you what it is, then I can't, because I can't remember. So, but this one opens like this. Okay, so it just folds up, and you just pull it from the corners. Okay, so that's just a nice other way. Again, you could just have that in a journal, and you could then have a full expanded page in a very small journal. It'd have to be a very small journal to have it like this, but obviously you could have a 12 by 12 sheet of paper rather than a I think that's a 6 by 6. And then this is another one. Okay, so this one opens like this. Okay, and you've got little pockets that you could put little triangular cards in. Okay, but again, you could have it so that it opened out on a journal, or you could actually have it so that it was stuck to either page, and then when you open the journal, you've got little slotty things. So just something a little bit interesting, something different. So let me show you these now. So this is the Turkish fold one, but on the front of this has this little journal piece here. So this just opens like this, and as you can see, I've got a card in it that just sits in there. Okay, so that's just one of the designs that you can do. So and that's easy to make, simpler than it looks, but also more impactful than it initially looks. So, and then this is the Turkish fold, and then all we've done here is turned this into like a journaling page as an example of how it could look. And this beautiful writing here is unfortunately not mine, because my writing is terrible. Brian kindly did this for me, because I'm rubbish at writing, and that's why we have computers. So, and then this one here, this is this one, which is the Hungarian fold. Just got a little journaling card in here, just tried to make it look a bit, this was a rush making last night. Probably telling you too much information. I could have said I spent ages on this, but I didn't. And then this is the Hungarian fold, and this just opens out like this. So you can imagine that from what's a relatively small card, I'm going to say relatively small because I'm just fishing for a, what's one of these called? A ruler. So this goes from being a 5 by 9 card to opening out into being a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Okay, so you could get a 12 by 12 sheet of paper with a bit of interactivity, a bit of intrigue, a bit of interest. And then this one is 6.5 by, I believe it's 6.5, yes, because it's square, Dave. And this one opens out again into 12 by 12. Okay, so you know, you could do that. You could add a little bit more interest, something interactive. And I thought, well, you know, let's do a bit of folding. Well, this is what I thought before I had 5.5 hours sleep. So this could be interesting. So what will you need? You will need to be organised, Dave. And guess what? Dave isn't. So but you'll need. So I'm gonna use a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I'd love to tell you who these sheets of paper are from, but I have no idea. So I'll wait.
Samuel Taylor.
Yeah, they've come from Samuel Taylor, but who printed them? No idea. So what I'm going to do is we're initially going to do the Turkish Fold, because that's the classic one. That's the one. That's the square one. That's the one that most people are like, oh, I really want to put one of those in my journal. That's the one that most people have told me. I don't think I've shown them the Hungarian one previously. Okay, and this is easy. Okay, it's not hard at all. And I was a bit like, does somebody really want to see that? Well, it turns out you do. So who am I to argue? So all you're going to need to do is you need a square sheet of paper. Okay, 12 by 12, 6 by 6, 10 by 10, 8 by 8. You know, you can go smaller, you can go 4 by 4, but remember it's going to be quite tiny then. Okay, whatever size you like, but it needs to be something papery, so not too heavy, because if you think about it, it's got to tuck in nicely. If it was made of card, it would bulge like this because it would never go flat. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a nice flat piece of paper, which, you know, or flattish, in which case this will do because it's not quite flat. I don't iron my paper, I don't iron my clothes, so why am I going to iron my paper? So what we need to do is we initially just need to do a very simple corner to corner diagonal fold. So we're going to just marry those two corners up. Well, they're not married because they're going to be split up in a minute, so maybe engaged. So I'm just going to fold it over, just flatten it down, and find your bone folder, which is an impossibility because, oh no, it's not, because Brian's just prompting me. So just making that a nice kind of crease, because the better the crease is, the easier it will open and close. So open it back up again, and guess what? You're gonna get the other two corners engaged. So, well, again, then, is it engaged, or are they just having an affair? So anyway, I'm starting to feel hot now. I'm making it up. Okay, and again, just scoring those creases in nicely, so again they get a nice crease. And then what you're going to need to do now is you're going to tuck this corner in between, so in the sandwich, so in here, to meet these two. So you're just going to take this, open it up a bit. Open it up a bit. Easier said than done, Dave. And you're just going to put this, line this up here, and what this crease is going to double back on itself. Yeah, it's going to go corner to corner, not shoulder to shoulder. That's another song. That's a song from, what's that? Mary Poppins. It's the, you know, the suffragette movement. She sings shoulder to shoulder. Okay, yeah. Okay, and then you're going to do the same with this one. So just again put this up here. Okay. I mean, you can do it the other way. I'll show you the other way in a second, but this just gives you the bits that you need. All the folds that you need are here. I've made Brian sing, but I don't know what he's singing about, so if you can hear, so Brian's in the background. He's currently sorting out my my ephemera, which is everywhere. Yeah. Oh, I told you this would happen. I did warn you. This is the lack of sleep brigade stepping in and just scoring all of those corners. Okay, so now what you need to do is you just need to open it up. Okay, and now you're going to, so have it the right way up, Dave. And now what you're going to do is you're going to fold these corners, fold these sides. Oh, Dave, do it this way. Fold these corners, these sides in like this. And fold these sides in like this. I'll do it again. Don't worry. I know it gets very confusing. I'm going to do it the other way as well. So what you'll have is you've got like a I don't know what that is. Like a
pick a number.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, do you remember those that you used to make like this?
Pick a number.
Yeah, it's like, look, it's a bit like that.
It fancies you.
Yeah, it fancies you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to so you can have the open bit facing away from you and the pointing towards you. Okay, and you're going to take the corner and you're going to go into the middle. Yeah, so you can tell the middle because you've just put a nice score line in there. I'm going to take that one to there, to the middle as well. Okay, and I'm going to show you, this is the easy way to do it. I'm going to show you it's not hard, it's just the way to do it without having to line down the middle. Okay, but this is the easier way. This is the way that I found more people understand, because you've got a line to kind of fold into. Is this making sense to anybody? I don't know, because I can't see your comments. And you know, I might be on my own here. So
oh, you're not.
Okay, so what you've got is you've got this with like these funny, like, you know, bits sticking out. And what you're going to do is, just like we did before, just pushing the corners in. So you're going to push this in.
They're called fortune teller.
All right, a fortune teller. No, one of them.
And Tanner says it's making sense.
Is a fortune teller. Okay.
And Tanner said it is making sense.
All right, okay. And then you're going to tuck this one in, this side. Yeah. And then you're going to flip it over and do the same on the other side. So just tucking your corners in. Okay, so there you go. So now what you've got is you've got a Turkish map fold, because that is literally it. So what you need to do is you hold the other side down, and as you open it out, it all opens out nicely. Okay, so obviously you put that into a card, which I will do in a minute, but I'm going to show you the other way to do it without having this center crease down here, because you might, once you've got used to doing this, you know, don't start on a piece of journal paper, start on a piece of scrap paper, start on something like an A4 sheet of paper where you have just turned it into a square. So you know how you basically do that and cut the other excess off, or you just measure this way and that way and create yourself a square. So don't start on your expensive paper, start on something free and easy, a bit like me, start on something free and easy. I'm not that easy, but I'm definitely free. Okay, so I'll move that out of the way, and and I'm going to fold it now, showing you the other way. Okay, so what happens, don't you? Because I demonstrate how to make these so often, and for everything I make an original, I demonstrate it, I do it a couple of times, then I end up with like millions of these things. So I still need to sort my Etsy shop out. Guess what I haven't done? I haven't sorted my Etsy shop out. Okay, so the way to do it without the centerfold, okay, there's a song about centerfolds going on in my head now. Okay, so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So fold it in half this time, yeah, okay, and then what you need to do is you're going to take, all right, okay, sorry, you're going to fold it in half, then you're going to fold it diagonally. I don't know what the song about. It's a centerfold. Yeah, it's a centerfold. That's all I know about it. So, name that tune in. No.
Somebody will.
And then fold corner to corner. Remember, they're not married. They're not staying there. They're not engaged. Because they're not hanging around for very long. Definitely, those corners are just having an affair. So. just thinking. I was just thinking. Did I clean my nails? Yes, I did. So I don't have paint. I don't have cake batter all over me. Okay. So that's what you've done. So basically, folded it over in half, then corner to corner, shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, corner to corner. I still don't know the tune. And then what you're going to do is flip it again back into being in half. Then you're going to take this corner and tuck it in there.
Tanner says it's rocked out.
What is?
The centrefold song.
Oh, right. Is it? Okay.
I don't know.
I will take your word for it, Tanith. The Oracle. Tanith the Oracle, as she is now known. Okay, so there we go. We've got exactly that same shape that we had before, but we don't have that centre fold line. But how do you know what the middle is? Well, it's really simple. I did say it was really simple, but I was giving you the really simple way. But now it's the nearly a simple way. Okay, if you just flip this up, you can see where these two meet, and that is your middle. So basically, have it towards you and kind of just look at it from, tilt your head because it pivots. It's on a neck. Pivot. I know that from Brian because I never even watched Friends. So, and then corner to corner that way. Just put your folds in nicely. Again, this side you don't need to do because this side all you're going to do is line it up with this fold that you've already got, but make sure it's flush against this edge. And then flip this one over and do this one as well. So again, line it up with this edge, line it up with there. Doesn't matter if they don't quite meet in the middle, it's fine. And then you've got that same funny shape again, and all you're going to do is you're going to tuck your ears in. And I'm sure there's a song about tucking your ears in as well. Does your tail hang limp? Does it woggle to and throw? Oh no, I don't think that's got that tucking your ears in.
There must have been something in Dumbo about it.
Oh dear. Yeah, so I told you it was going to be a bit funny today. So again, tucking your ears in. This is called being delirious. Brian thinks I'm fun when I haven't had much sleep. I get grumpy later on. I don't stay like this all the time.
That's when I go home.
Yeah, that's when Brian goes home. When I get grumpy. And again, just scoring all of those lines in. And again, we've got that same very easy Turkish map fold. Okay, so that is the Turkish map fold.
Turkish
okay.
bath fold.
Sorry?
A Turkish bath fold.
No, it's not the Turkish bath fold. It's not the Turkish bath mat either. So it's Turkish mat. No, not even a mat. Oh, shut up, Brian. Now what you've done is broken me. Just bear with me. I'll have some tea, cold tea. I will just say. So that's the Turkish bath. No, it's not a Turkish bath at all. It's the Turkish math. No. What is it? Map. Turkish map fold. It's broken me. I'm telling you. So I've got 2 Turkish map folds now. 2 for the price of 1. Now what we're going to do is going to do the Hungarian one. Okay. So the Hungarian one, very similar. Okay. It's very similar to the way that we first folded. Which one? That one. Okay. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to go corner to corner. Oh. Get your crease in. This is the Hungarian fold, remember? I can't do a Hungarian accent. I can't do a Turkish accent, so I'm not even going to try. Ways to offend nations. Just get Dave to impersonate them. I'm still trying to perfect my kangaroo. Not my kangaroo. I can't speak kangaroo. Or I could if I'm sticky. I could do a dolphin as well. And that's it. So that's, and now, sorry, and then unfold it. Where are you, Dave? Get a grip. Okay, so then unfold it, and so you've got this cross hair hex, and then fold it in half. Hang on, which way are you going to fold it in half, Dave? What are you doing? I want my, sorry, just bear with me a second while I just have a think about this. Because, no, let's leave it like this. You don't need to put another line in, okay? Because you're going to create another line in a second. So, gather your thoughts, Dave. So, breathe. You've folded it in half diagonally once, you folded it in half diagonally a second time. On the second fold, now what you need to do is you need to tuck this corner in, again, like we did before, to meet this corner. So pushing it at the middle. Remember, this crease will go back on itself, so it folds backwards. You can give it a gentle persuasion if you wish. There you go, and then like that, and then just put a crease in these curled bits here. There you go. And do the same on the other side. So again, just open it out. I think you used to be able to make boxes or something in origami very similar to this, but don't ask me how, because I don't do origami. So I did try to make, I'm sure I've told you this before, when I tried to make a crane, you know, those cranes that are supposed to be lucky, they're not lucky if I make one.
Did it look like a mechanical crane?
Didn't even look like a mechanical crane. It looked like the leftovers from a building site. It's more like rubble. Again, so just hold those together while you score it. There you go. So what you've got again is you've got this little, you know, all the points are up. Okay, so making sure that those bits, the opening is facing away from you. So not like this, not like this, like this. Okay, so you've got this center line, just like that, not like that, just like that. Did you come for the entertainment or for the learning? Yes, this is what, anybody that knows me, this is what they have to put up with. I'm like this at work, honestly. So now what we're going to do is going to fold this into the middle here. So how do you know it's the middle? Well, you don't really. You kind of just got to look, is this line that you're going to make parallel to this line? Okay, and you want to kind of make it as straight as you possibly can. In my case, that's not going to happen. Don't make anything straight. So there you go, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do the same on, you're going to do the same on this side, making the points meet. Hello point, hello point. Sorry. Met for the first time. That's the besties now. Okay, so that's that side. Oh, really, honestly, I'm so sorry, but I need to sleep more. And then flip it over.
I don't think you do. People are loving it.
Are they? Thanks. My insomnia has changed your life. So
your insomnia has got an audience.
Yes. So okay, so you've done that on that side. You're going to do that on the other side. On the same side. Don't do it on the same side, Dave. Do it on the other side. Okay, and this time, again, you're just going to line it up with whatever you did before. So you've got a fairly straight line, which please just work, Dave. Fingers, work fingers. Okay, do that, and then do the same on this side. Okay, so that's what you've got. Okay, and now what you're going to do is just like you did before, you're going to tuck its ears in. So, not bend and snap, but just fold and tuck. Tuck its ear in that side, tuck its ear in that side. We've got a weird tune going through my head now. I don't even know where that's come from. Flip it over and do it on the other side. I've got Maisie Dotes and Dozy Dotes and Little Lambsy Divey, a Kiddly Tivey too, wouldn't you? So Maisie Oats, Dozy Oats, Little Lambsy Ivy, a kiddly-didy too, wouldn't you?
Are you talking about?
Welcome to my head.
Even me that knows you well didn't get that bit. Usually I can translate it, but
And
no.
then score all of those nice lines, and that is your Hungarian map fold. Oh, nothing to do with a bath mat or a Turkish anything, okay? And all you need to do is you just open it like this and it folds out, okay? And that is it. So I will repeat that, although I don't have any paper. So I'll repeat it and try and get it right for you. Brian is just going to pass me a piece of journaling paper. It doesn't matter what it passes me. Not that. That'll do. Okay, so again, don't ask me where this came from. No idea. Okay.
From the shelf. That says
Yes,
ledger.
from the shelf that says ledger. Okay, so again, what we're going to do is we're just going to make it again. This is the Hungarian one. Remember, it's corner to corner. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I do my own heading, you know, so there you go. It's corner to corner. And corner to corner again. Doesn't matter which order you do creases in, really. You just want the creases in the right place. Yeah, and then... No, you don't need to do that. So, where are we? Corner to corner. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push this corner into this corner. So remember, open it out a little bit. It really does make it easier for you. So open it out a bit and then just push that in. And just want to make sure that, you see here, what you want it to do is you want it to... It's really hard to hold this up and show you what I need it to do. It wants to form a point there, okay? Get that on there, corner to corner. Make sure that point is there, and then fold that bit. What am I doing, Dave?
Come on, concentrate.
Right. Corner to corner. It's because I opened it out for you guys to see. So, and I tried to fold it too far over. And corner to corner. Make myself feel under pressure now. And there's no pressure. There's no pressure, Dave. There's no pressure.
Never any pressure.
Trying to do too many things as well. Kept making cakes, and the cake is for Monday. It's not even for me. It's for Monday for work. Okay, oh, that didn't go very well. You know, I said I wanted it to line up on that corner, and it hasn't. I'm just going to have to refold that. I'm going to lose my temper in a minute. Brian, can I have another piece of paper?
You can.
Okay, if it doesn't go right, it doesn't go right. Not everything goes right in life. Especially when you're live. Things don't... Right, here we go. Try again. Corner to corner. Not going to hold it up for you this time, folks. You're on your own. This one is going in my outtakes. Corner to corner again. I can't go on. I can't do this anymore. I feel really hot as well. It's not helping. Okay, so we've done corner to corner. We've done corner to corner again for the second time. Make sure that you get a nice point here. I'm not holding it up because that's where it all went horribly wrong last time. Corner to corner again. Making sure you get a nice point there. Up to that corner, and then crease it there. I'm really sorry if I've completely confused you. Just watch it back, all right? Because I completely confused me as well. Again, make sure that your corners meet. Make sure you get a nice point here. It really just means that it folds out quite, smoothly. Again, fold it. And so now what you've done is you've gone from it being a triangular shape to creating a square, well, diamond, you're going to hold it as. Okay, then you're going to fold this corner into here. So somewhere along the midline, doesn't have to be accurate, but kind of want to get this line parallel to this score line here. Take this one to here, try and get it parallel-ish, score it, and then flip it over. Do the same on this side, but again, this time you don't need to worry about the corner, you just want it to line up now on this side. Like that. And do this side as well. The noises in my head, that's what it is. Not the voices, the noises. Okay, so open it up and tuck its ears in. I was delirious at 3:45 this morning, so sending people random text messages, which I didn't wake anybody up. So I apologise if you were one of the people who got one. Well, I only sent 2 to be fair, and then I was like, Dave, what are you doing? Just talking to people that can't even reply. So just scoring in those lines, and then there's more scored they are, the easier it'll just open and close. Don't overscore them though, because what you'll do is you'll split the paper. There's a fine line. There you go, and that's your Turkish. Sorry, no, that's your Hungarian fold. Tune in next week when I might get some idea of what I was doing. So let's try and let me try and resolve this one, because I can't let things lie. So just corner to corner, because I just gave in on this one rather than trying to refold it. So okay, so then what we'll do is we will make a card for one of these to go in. Oh dear, that's going very well. Right, resolved it as best I can, fold it into the middle. This one is Frankenstein's monster version. Flip it over, corner to corner, edge to edge, that's what we want. Turn it round, edge to edge. I'm now cross with myself. So, there we go. Tuck its ears in. This piece of paper is just not playing. We are going to fall out. Look, you're lucky that I haven't thrown it across the room, because I've done that before. I can be a bit like that sometimes. A bit like, right then, forget it. But, there are no mistakes in craft. There's just happy accidents.
Oh, piles of paper in the bin.
Oh, yes, piles of paper in the bin. See, look, it didn't line up there, but I'm not worried. It'll still work. There you go. Okay, you don't really see that in the middle. That's quite a busy pattern. You wouldn't see that. Okay, so now we have got 3 of those, 2 of the others, and I will now make a card for it, an outside for it. Can you just pass me some of the gold or the grey up there? Yeah, some of that. Wonderful. Okay, I need 2. Sorry, Brian. So, because this is now bigger than an A4 sheet of paper, you could use a 12 by 12. But again, what you'd want it to do is, if you look at this, let's look at this one. if you look at this, what you've got is you've got an edge here, so you've got an overlap. That just means you've got somewhere to hold it, okay? And also, you don't want it to kind of butt up right to the sides, okay? And that's the same with this one, okay? This is a 12. Sorry, this is a 6.5 by 6.5 piece of paper. So you're not going to get that out of a 12 by 12 card unless you use 2 sheets of paper. Okay, so I'm going to use A4. Okay, so one of the things I will just say is how to reverse engineer it, because Brian asked me this. How do you reverse engineer it? So you might already have you might have a card already made. So you've got a journaling card, for instance. How do you know what size to use? Yeah, well, it depends on the size of the card. For instance, like this, you would measure this. Yeah, so that's 5 by 9. Yeah, okay, and you now know that when you folded your piece of, just open this out and show you as though it was just a piece of paper without all these folds in. You fold it in half diagonally on this one, and this one is the diagonal one. You know that whatever piece of paper you're using, you cannot have from the flat edge to the corner, it cannot be more than 9. Yeah, you want it to have a bit of leeway, so this is 8.5. Yeah, because a 12 by 12 sheet of paper is 17 inches, I believe, corner to corner ish. Please work out. Yeah, there you go. 17 inches. Yeah, so 17 inches. You see, I remembered that, and like, I don't know whether that was all in my head.
I don't know.
Sorry?
I said I'm impressed. I wouldn't.
Oh, didn't you know? All right. Okay. Brian didn't know.
There's probably algebra and math and stuff.
Yeah, there's maths involved and all sorts of things. I'm quite good at maths, just can't speak or spell. So I needed that speak and spell. Do you remember speak and spell?
I do remember speaking of that.
So that's the Hungarian one. But if you're doing the Turkish Fold, which is the one that most people like, mostly I found that people prefer the Turkish Fold. Okay. Yes, we know you want to be in shop, but you've given me enough hassle already. This one's much easier. If you fold a piece of paper in half and you measure it, yeah. So this one is 6 inches, because this was a 12 by 12 sheet of paper folded in half. It's 6, obviously. That's half of 12, yeah. So you then know that the card that you put it into needs to be bigger than 6, yeah, to accommodate it. What you don't want to be doing is like it being, you don't want to have the folds right on the edge, because like they'll get worn, etc. Yeah, so bigger than 6. You don't want it to be too big, so you want to know that your piece of paper is going to be 6.5 by 6.5, for instance. The problem with that is most paper is no longer than 12, so 12 by 12, or in this case this is A4 paper, so it's 11 3/4 inches by just under 8.5. Just over 8 1/4 really. So what you need to do is you need to form it out of 2 sheets of paper. So that's why I've got 2, well, not paper, card. Shall I just start this all again and go home? And oh no, I am home. Okay, so what I've done is I made this out of both of these out of 2 separate sheets of paper. And if you look here, these are 2 separate sheets of paper, and basically I've created a join, a hinge. And I used washi tape on this one, and I used that brown sticky tape, brown gummed tape that I've got, this stuff, on this one, okay? So let's make a 6.5 sheet of paper. Are people still with me, or are they kind of like, have they shot themselves out of... Have you lost the will to live? Because I know that I'm losing mine.
People are telling you that it's cheering them up.
Oh, right, okay, good. Oh, there you go. I was just thinking, where's the guillotine? Brian's hidden it. Yeah,
Put it where you wanted it.
Didn't hide it very well. Oh yeah, you did put it where I wanted it. That's fine. Yeah. So remember, we don't want it to be exactly 6, because if it was exactly 6, you're going to end up with all your folds on the edges, and they'll hang out. They'll get torn and worn, and so I want to have like a quarter. No, what is it? Yeah, a quarter of an inch around. Yeah. So just taking two pieces of card, cutting them together at the same time, because that's exactly what that means, together at the same time. And then going the other way again, 2 sheets of paper, 6.5, cutting it out.
Keeping me entertained, anyway.
Apparently I'm keeping Brian entertained.
As I thought, butterfly.
So, I'm going to put those out of the way. So now you've got two shepherds. You've got 2 shepherds. You've got 2
by now?
washing their socks by now. Yes. You've got 2 separate sheets of paper. So what you need to do is create a hinge. Now you don't want to put a piece of card on here, because that won't hinge as well. Yeah, and it will also make it gape. So you need to use some paper. So if you don't have paper, use a bit of material. What?
Nothing.
Brian's
move on.
laughing about something. Or you could do, there's like all things coming into shot now. You could use a piece of paper. This is just coffee dyed paper as your hinge. In fact, we'll do that because then, you know, you might not have gum tape, you might not have washi tape. Let's just use a piece of, this has obviously been dried, baked on a Slimming World,
Yeah, it has.
on a Slimming World baking tray, because it says Slimming World embossed into it in baking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take I was going to say an inch, but I'm actually going to cheat, and I'm just going to use the width of a ruler. I think I might just tear. Oh, that's torn it. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to marry these 2 together. These 2 are actually married because they're staying together. That'll be messy when you see the divorce. So. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to use that to glue the 2 pieces together. You're not. I'm going to. I don't know why I keep saying this. I could do with something to lean on. A glue book would be a good idea. Dave, use a glue book. Okay, I'm just going to use some glue. Oh, not that glue, because that's dead. It's not dead. I can scoop some out of it, but not for this purpose. I can't. Okay, I want this side, I think, and I'm just going to glue the length of it. Oh, shut up. I've got things going on in my head. You really don't want to know. Okay, so I've got it all sticky. Yeah, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these 2 together. I'm going to find a nice centre line on my mat. Yeah, so the crease, what's it called? The join is in the middle. Yeah, and then I'm going to use that centre line to kind of, let me just tear a bit off the end of there. Use that centre line to kind of get an idea of where middle is. Just lie it down on the 2. And there we go, stick them down. Okay, any overhang, cut it off with a pair of scissors that's currently on the floor. I wish I could just cut my overhang off. So that was good. Get off me. I'll pay. Yes, so this is crafting without sleep. So try it. No, don't. Honestly, have a safety net ready if you are going to try it, because I wished I'd got a safety net, to be fair. Just make sure all the edges are glued down, Dave. Just aesthetically. Stick that down. Get rid of that. Okay, so that's those 2 there. And all you've done then is created a hinge that you can just then flatten down. There you go. You've got a nice hinge on there. There's no bracket, just a hinge. Okay, you're going to take one of your beautiful sheets of paper. Use this one. And then all you're going to do is, you've got to decide, what you have to do is you need to decide which way. So, you know, which is going to be the front. So if you've already decorated your card, yeah, you don't want to put your thing in upside down, otherwise you'll have you know, an upside down insert. Okay, so what you're going to do is, all you're going to do is you're just going to eyeball it. You want this corner to be as close to this corner as you can. What that does is it allows this to go as flat as possible without tearing it. It will never go completely flat because of just the way that things line up, etc. But then that means that somebody could actually write on it. Does that make sense? You're on your own, I don't know. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to glue, start with the back, so that if, right, this is going to open like this, that means therefore this is the front. So I'm just going to flip it over while I glue it. Don't glue right to the point, leave a little bit. Remember, don't over glue, don't want to get excessive with your glue because it's going to stick down anyway. It's not, you don't need it to adhere completely, or there, adhere or at there. Okay, flip it over and then just try and find your point. Wet glue is better because you can then eyeball it, try and get it in the middle. So you've got a bit of an idea about how it's going to hang over. Flatten that down, stick it down, and then do this side, glue it. Oh, hello. Don't go over the edge. Well, you can, but like, don't do as I do. Do as I say, don't do as I do. I might be mother now. Yeah. Hold that down and then just flip this card over and stick it down this way. So don't be tempted to try and open it straight away. You've got to leave the glue to kind of just make that grab. It depends on how fast grab your glue is. I just flipped it over so that I can just tighten it down a bit, make sure it glues nicely, and then we should have, yeah, there we go. So that's your Turkish map fold. Okay, if you want to make the, put the other one in. I don't know whether this cut off piece of paper would be big enough. No, of course it won't be. Why would it be? So we won't actually make this because I don't have another piece of card to hand you. Brian will get me a piece of card. That's very kind of him. So just get me one of the gold ones this time. So Brian's going to get this 2 pieces. Sorry, Brian. So again, what I'm going to do is we need to measure it. Let's not use the ugly duckling one. Let's use that one because that's a nice journaling style card. There once was an ugly duckling with feathers all stumpy and brown. So this is 8.5 long. So well, I'm going to make the card 9.
Is that like the opera remix?
That's the opera remix, yes. I'm going to make it 9. I'm going to make it by 5. So it's 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. It's all getting by. It's all getting and giving. What did I just say?
Something from, did you take requests? Something from
Do requests.
Something from Annie.
The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. There you go. See, you're glad you tuned in, aren't you? So, So when Brian said, "Do you take requests?" Clearly, I do. Who knew? Even I didn't know that I did. So there you go. So I've got 2 pieces of card now. 9 to 5. No, 9 by 5. Again, I'm going to find something to join them with. I don't know.
Rainbow cake?
Rainbow cake.
Rainbow cake.
Oh, cake.
I'm not sure cake would work. Okay, he lost it. He lost it. He finally cracked, people. Come on, breathe.
I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use some of this. Actually, cool. Brian's just like
I just turned around.
whipped open the washi tape. Oh, I don't know. Too much choice. This. I'll use this.
I just turned on my chair and saw the label and thought,
Just turned on your chair. What, is it an electric chair?
yeah. I'm about to go.
I'm so sorry, folks. I'm delirious. That's what it is. I am delirious. So, line it up using the centre line, and then I'm just going to stick that there, which probably is nowhere near the centre. Oh, it is. That's not bad. Okay. If you were making something and using washi tape, I would suggest that you glue your washi tape down, because washi tape is notorious for, it's a bit like, you know, anybody that's ever used masking tape to kind of mask off lines when you're painting something, it's a bit like that, because like it all sticks to the wall nicely until you go to paint there, and then it all like peels off. So you don't want it peeling off.
It's low tack though, isn't it?
Yeah, this is not low tack. This is like, feel it, blimey, it's very sticky. This, it's not real mask. It's not. Oh, it's Scotch tape. Didn't know that we had Scotch tape in the UK. There you go. Thought it was any sellotape. There we go. I've learned something new. Okay, so shut up, Dave. Get on with it. I've got Annie in my head now. So again, find what your which way up you want your paper, and think about which way up you want your card. Okay, so if this is the front, yeah, you want the top of your paper to be sticking to the front panel, yeah. So I'm going to flip it over just to glue it. Again, don't glue right to the point, a little bit away from the point. What's the point? That is. Up to that point though. Round. And
Background, spaghetti junction.
sorry?
Oh, you don't know what that is, do you?
What?
We've had that conversation before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Up, around spaghetti junction.
No, I don't. Brian's saying something now. It just sounds delirious to me. So.
Marty Webb, New Face. Was it New Face?
Oh, New Face. Yeah, I remember you saying about New Faces, but I don't think I ever watched it. Okay. Now this is when you can tell when your lines aren't straight, because like you're sticking it to something where the lines are straight. But you know, never mind. Such is life. Yeah, just make sure that you cut your corner is not over the line. Again, not right up to the corner that the inner corner, but you want to get right to the outer corner, and that stops that bit lifting as you open it up. All the way round, all the way round, through the middle, and then hold it down a little bit, and then just stick that down. Get the glue off the end of your fingers, put the lid on your glue, Dave, that might be a good idea. I'm glad I decided to do these two today, prior. I decided yesterday I was going to do these two, because can you imagine how it would have gone if I tried to do this one, or even this one? So, yeah, there you go. So hopefully, must have got a bit of glue over the edge. There we go. And that is your. So that's the Turkish one, and that's the Hungarian one. There you go, there's a bit of glue hanging over the edge of there, that's why. So, that's this one, and that's this one. So, like I say, really simple to make if you can, you know, keep the mania away. Keep the mania at bay. So, you know, people say, oh, I bet you're lovely, aren't you? No, I'm just nuts. Sorry, can't help it.
You are lovely.
Oh, Brian's just said I'm lovely. Oh, thanks, Brian. You're a bestie. He's my bestie, you know. I'm going to have a quick drink before I finish this off. So that's where we are. So hopefully you understand what I was talking about. That's the only time I'm ever quiet is when I'm drinking.
Oh, that's also true.
So that's this one. So we've got the Turkish Fold here. Yeah, so Turkish Fold here. Yeah, I'm going to obviously decorate those, and then there'll be more things to go in my. Oh, there's a bit of water on there now. More things to go in my Etsy store when I eventually get round to it. And then this is the Hungarian Fold, and this is also the Hungarian Fold. Okay, so like I say, then they're really simple when you know how, and well, I think that should be all craft really. It should be really simple once you know how. Okay, if it's complex and hard and you don't like doing it, then don't do it, because that's not the purpose of craft. So, and all I did, sorry, on this one is I just like decorated it with a bit of fabric on the outside. It's not the hinge. The hinge is on the inside. It's just there as a decorative element. And then I put that little book, which is one of these, on the front, which I might do with that one. Who knows? Because it's sparkly. That's it. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope that wasn't too arduous. It's an arduous task. And I hope you feel that you can make them. So there we go. There's one of them. Another one of them. I'm going to have to make a few of them now, aren't I? That's all right. I won't try and sell that one. That will always be my demo one. And then that's another one of them. So, go and make. I release you into the wild to go and make prolifically lots of mat folded things. So, I've just snapped my finger. Not snapped it off, I don't mean I'm like cracked it as I went on it. Anyway, shut up, Dave. My classic saying, shut up, Dave. I am going to love you and leave you here. Found that die. Sorry, just seen out of the corner of my eye the die that I was looking for earlier. So yes, thank you very much, folks. You have a lovely afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time it is with you in the world, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in the world. I've been around the world and I can't find my baby. I can't find my daddy.
That's because they can hear you singing, they're running.
And Lisa Stansfield is now filing a lawsuit against me for murdering her song. So, right, I'm off. Thank you very much. Thank you for being patient with me. I love you all without exception. Until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. You take care of yourself. I'm Dasher Dave, also known as Crafty Moose. Find me on YouTube if you really want to find more of this on YouTube. Please do. Come and follow me. I've got 338 subscribers now. That's like, whoa. What are they? You know, come on. It's amazing. I've never dreamed of that. So thanks very much for those people that do follow me on YouTube. But anyway, I'm going now. So I'll see you next Sunday. Well, I won't see you. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. No, I won't actually physically see you, but I will hopefully, you know, be here. Don't know where I was going with that. All right, okay, I'm off. And I'll see you soon. You take care, folks. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of love and lots of crafty hugs. Oh gosh, I need a crafty hug after this. And I'll see you all very soon. You take care, folks. I'm going to. I'll see you around. Not tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow. Right, that's it. I'm off. Bye.